But we begin with another breaking news story in the fight over votes in Wayne County, as President Trump has just withdrawn his federal lawsuit in Michigan. It has been quite the morning of major developments in the back and forth over Michigan's election results. Here's what we know so far. The Trump campaign has just withdrawn its federal lawsuit challenging the results. The campaign says it achieved what it wanted when the Wayne County Board of Canvassers refused initially to certify the results. The board did later vote to certify them on Tuesday, but now two Republican members say that they want to rescind their votes. And we've also learned President Trump called one Republican board member after that meeting ended on Tuesday. Let's get out to Rob Maloney. He joins us now live with the very latest. And Rob, there's a lot to uncover here.
Oh, yeah, it's been a very busy morning, Evrod, and one of the things that we were able to do at Local 4 is to get the affidavits that were filed by Palmer and William Hartmann, the two Republican Wayne County Board of Canvasser representatives. And this is part of what they said. Mr. Hartmann said, in my review of the results, I determined that approximately 71% of Detroit's 134 absentee voter counting boards were left many unexplained, unbalanced and many unexplained. Late in the evening, he said, I was enticed to agree to certify on the promise that a full and independent audit would take place. I would not have agreed to the certification, but for that promise of the audit. I remain in firm belief that the Wayne County vote should not be certified. These are more than just clerical errors. Now, the question becomes, can they actually do that? And technically, yes, they can rescind a vote, but that has to be done in the body of a meeting and done by the entire board. And as I am told by Jonathan Kinlock, who is the Democratic vice chair of the Wayne County Board of Canvassers, they voted unanimously not to reconsider. And so it would appear to be a finished vote and headed off to the Secretary of State. And in fact, I just spoke with Jonathan just a couple of minutes ago, and this is what he says. This is his characterization of what Palmer and Hartmann are doing this noontime.
They've made a total embarrassment of the and have basically put a poor mark on the view and perception of the administration of elections. I think what they've done right now is put us in a very, very bad light as a county board of canvassers, as a community, and because of that, I definitely don't believe that they're ready for prime time. And I think they should give some serious thought on whether or not they want to continue to serve in this community in those positions.
And so the Secretary of State has weighed in on all of this as well, and she says that the election has been certified in Wayne County, has been sent to the State Board of Canvassers, and the State Board of Canvassers will now take up this issue when they meet on Monday. And so there are a lot of things to sort out here, questions for lawyers and judges to sort out, and we're going to have to see if anything changes as a result of these affidavits. And certainly that is the hope of the Trump campaign, but there's a lot of anger on the other side. Reporting live in Wyandotte, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Rod, thank you for the update. We know you'll stay on top of things.